A few days before the festival started, maybe a week before that, I got a call from a very old friend of mine. We'd gone to St. Stephen's together. And he told me, he said, my daughter Aisha, who had been suffering from when she was young, she had a dream of releasing a book, of writing a book. And over the years, through her suffering, she had written her thoughts down, which Bloomsbury very kindly put together as a book. And it's really a tribute to this young, wonderful woman that we're going to release the book this evening. I'm going to begin first by reading out a message that her father and her mother, Naren and Aditi Chaudhary, have sent this morning. Aisha's health had declined rapidly over the last few days, and she'd become totally bedridden. Her mom gave her Hugh Panther's bestseller to read, Notes to Myself. Aisha thought she could certainly write as well as Hugh Panther. She started writing down her epiphanies on life, from living to dying, from hope to despair, from love to anger, and experienced a lifetime of emotions just lying in bed. She also expressed these thoughts in the form of a unique art form which she called doodles. This is really what the book is about. It's an expression of Aisha's perspective on life with a level of honesty that is unimaginable. Today was supposed to be Aisha's book launch. Unfortunately, this morning when I woke up at 6:30, I received a message saying that Aisha had passed away. So her book launch has turned out to be her funeral. As we release this book right now, her body is being carried to the Lodi Road crematorium for her funeral. Her parents write, she is our biggest inspiration, and she has taught me to start from where you are and build from there, make every day count, and make every moment magical. I do hope you all will enjoy reading this book, and that will inspire you just the way it has inspired me. So that was by Naren and Aditi Chaudhary. I'm going to ask my colleagues to play the film that we recorded a little while ago. If you can play the film.
Hi everyone at the Jaipur Lit Fest. I wish I could have been here with you today, but I'm really excited to present to you my first book, My Little Epiphanies. You can follow me on Facebook or Twitter, and I hope you have a lovely time at JLT.
Those were Aisha's last recorded statements done a few days ago. Can I please invite Rajiv Berry, the Managing Director of Bloomsbury India, to come up and release the book and read a little bit about what Aisha's life was. Rajiv.
For us as publishers also, this is a very emotional moment. Just some weeks back, Niren, Aisha's father, came to us that she's written this book and whether we can publish it. We took a very quick decision. The challenge was actually to bring it out as fast as possible. And as a tribute to her, it was important that we don't do a hasty job, that we actually bring out a book which is a tribute to her. And actually the race against time was because no one knew how many days she had. Her parents and her absolute wish was that she sees the book before she passes away. Yesterday evening, late evening, we happened to pass a book to her. She saw it, and it seems that she was just waiting to see the book. And that's the last thing. Today morning, we got the news that she'd passed away. I will just read out a bit about her to those who don't know her. Asisha Chaudhary was born with SCID, which is severe combined immune deficiency, and underwent a bone marrow transplant when she was 6 months old. She lived in New Delhi, where she was born. 2014 was a brutal year for Asisha as her disease progressed and her lungs started giving up on her. The last few months of the year felt like a roller coaster ride, one that seemed to be mostly going down. Spending all her time lying in bed, Asisha wrote down her thoughts to get some relief, to get them out of her head. Aisha's life is not like anything like an average life of a teenager, but she has experienced a lifetime of emotions, life and death, fear and anger, love and hate, the depths of utter sorrow and the happiest one can be. In this book, she takes a hard look at her own feelings and what it was that gave her a sense of hope and control. This book gave her life purpose and meaning, something to hold on to. Sometimes Aisha's little epiphanies have morphed into doodles that capture what was going on in her mind as her destiny played itself out. Through the book, she wants the world to understand her unusual life, and she hopes that it will inspire others going through similar hardships to find peace. When you look at the book, you'll see lovely doodles by her. And she just did them. It's just something very spontaneous which came to her. Unfortunately, we don't have copies available at the bookshop now because we just were able to get 5 here for this time. But I'm sure in the next week or so, you should be able to get them on Amazon or any of the online retail. So we are very happy that at least we were able to give her the pleasure of seeing this book. And we are very happy that we've been able to give this long-lasting tribute to her. Thank you.
I'm going to just read portions of her book in no particular order. Beginning with her dedication, her younger sister passed away. Dear Tanya, I'd like this book to be in honor of you. You are one of the many reasons I live today. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be writing this. We went through the same thing, but you left the world as a baby. You will live in our hearts forever. I want to live tomorrow for us too. I sometimes look up at the sky and smile and feel you smiling down at me. I have never known you, but I've always loved you, my sweet sister. I'll meet you in the skies, my angel. Love, Aisha. Mama says, darling, if you have to go through shit, do it like $1,000,000. If life is the show and we are the puppets, I wonder who is watching. It's the little girl inside me that still wants the fantasy ending. When I feel the monotony of my day turn into sheer pain, the only thing I can really do is stop and appreciate whatever I may be doing. Just stop and listen to the words in the movie I'm watching. Just stop and feel the soft fur on my dogs and give them a million kisses. Just stop and embrace the hot water on my body in the shower. Just stop. Just stop and look at my surroundings. Just stop and take in the sweet taste of my favorite candy. We should all just stop for a second, because one day we may not be able to start again. Dear God, I have some unfinished business here, so if it's okay with you, I would like to stay here as long as I can possibly can. Thank you. Love, me. And somewhere between the middle of sleeping and waking up to her dark world, she heard the voice of her angel as he whispered from afar, "Now you know the feeling of grief, my darling. It has only touched upon you now that I'm gone. It had to be me before you, else you wouldn't experience this great life that everybody is living." Finally, she writes, "So let's aim for the moon, walk in the darkness together, and catch the glittering stars along the way." Her last poem, "Black sunshine, baby, why do you hurt me so? My eyes cry when it's rainy, my heart melts in the snow. You tear me to shreds and bits. They told me I have a sad smile. My nights never again starlit. Black sunshine, please stay a while." I'd love you all to stand for a few moments and just pray for this wonderful person in her memory. While her body may have moved on, her work remains with us. This, in fact, is the beauty of literature, and thank you all for sharing in their grief together. Thank you. Thank you all on behalf of Nirain and Aditi, the parents. They've lost their second child. Rajiv and Bloomsbury, and all the people who put this book together. Just a word of prayer. I think we need to remember how important life is and every moment that we are here together. Thank you.